Welcome to Bring the Thunder podcast. We are live here with Joe and Jack, Thunder coverage, Thunder Talks that we are here, and we just witnessed a masterclass. But before we get into that, we just won 111 to 104 in a most crucial moment, must-win game. To be honest, we could not go down 3-1 in this. Indiana was leading 2-1 in the series. We battled back late. Shea heroics really saved us. We got Landon even joining us tonight. Let's go, man. We got the full crew almost. This was a big game. I'm going to go through some of these stat lines before we start kicking off some takes here. J-Dub up with 27 points, 7 boards. Chet with 14 huge points, 15 rebounds. Amazing for us. Hartenstein, 2 points, -7 in this one. We'll talk about that. Lou Dort, 6 points. Big on the defensive end. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, when we needed him most, just like Batman, 35 points. Made all his free throws, went 10 for 10 on that, shot 50% from the field. He did it all, man. He carried us at the end there. We'll talk about that, of course. Alex Caruso. What do you call Alex Caruso, Joe?
Dad.
Yeah, man. He's the dad of the group, and he's carrying
Caruso.
us. Yeah, Caruso showed up for us, man. Championship level player, 20 points. He shows up every time. Every time I feel like the Thunder don't have enough, he becomes 2 players as 1 player, man. He's been amazing for us. Wiggins, 1 point, Casey 2. Joe only had 0. Kenrich had 4 in this one. Let's talk about the Pacers real quick. Siakam with 20 points.
I think you might have forgot about one person.
Who did I forget about?
Shea.
Yeah, I said Shea. Shea with 35.
Oh, I thought I didn't hear it. My bad.
My bad. It may have cut out. Shea with a big 35. And going over to the Pacers, Naismith with 8, Siakam with 20, Miles Turner 12, Nembhard 10, Tyrese Halliburton had 18 points, 7 assists, but we limited him on the rebounds. He only had 2 rebounds, which is huge for us. Obi Toppin, big 17 points again, but he was not that good on the defensive end. TJ McConnell, 8 points, limited his steals this time around. Mathurin only 8 points. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some analysis. I'll let Joe kick it off because I know he's got to, maybe hop off after a little bit. So go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, flu game real quick, but just got to give it up for Caruso and J-Dub and Chet, really. And then obviously Shea closing the game. But Caruso kept us afloat the first 2.5 quarters. And then J-Dub in that end of the third, kind of like beginning of the fourth, super aggressive, super confident, even though his shot still isn't falling from 3. 11 free throws tonight, and he made all 11, is outstanding. And then with Caruso, I mean, he shot 7 free throws tonight, made 5 of them. Those are 2 guys that need to get to the line for us, and they did tonight. It's not easy shooting on the road, so the easiest way to score is layups and free throws, and I think they did a very good job at that. And then just on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, forcing Halliburton into 5 turnovers. Lou was a menace. Caruso was a menace. They had 15 turnovers overall. And we're kind of blessed to win this game. We clutched up in clutch time, which was the first time this series and something that Indiana's not used to much at all. I mean, we won the fourth quarter by 14 points. Entered it losing by 7 and then won it 31-17. So we kind of pulled the Indiana in Indiana. We had no right winning this game, yet we still won it. We did our job the same way Indiana did theirs, and now we're going back to OKC tied 2-2, and it's a whole new series.
I agree, man. This was a whole new series. The series just flipped back to us. I feel like now we have momentum. That's what we were talking about in our preview before this. And how are you guys feeling about the energy right now, Jack, Landon? What's the energy feeling right now?
We're winning game 5. I have no doubt. Like,
why do you say that?
Because we're not shooting that bad from 3 again. There's no way. I wonder if a team shot that bad from 3 and won a finals game before, outside of like the 1980s.
Yeah, 3 threes. 3 threes tonight only for the boys.
We shot 17% from the 3-point line. Everything was even in this one. The only thing that wasn't was the fact that we won this game in the clutch. But when I'm looking at the stats, equal on the rebounds, the only place they beat us is on the assist battle. They had double the amount of assists as OKC as a team. I've been mentioning this. It's going to be really hard to win games when the other team is playmaking more than your own team. And we kind of adjusted with that, with having J-Dub being a primary ball handler early on, Shea become an off-ball guard where he doesn't have to work as hard, pushing the ball up the court as much. And then on top of that, Caruso, huge on the ball handling in the fourth quarter, especially. We needed someone else other than J-Dub. He was getting a little bit tired as well. That's the part about the Pacers. They're just going to, keep full court pressing you until your primary guy gets tired. And I think we found a solution that can work for us, that's sustainable for the next 2 out of 3 games at home that we can definitely win. Maybe even, in Indiana again, considering the way we won tonight.
Yeah.
I was so shocked how much Halliburton faded in the clutch. I expected maybe him to miss some shots, but I expected him to hit a few too, but he kind of just hit a fade. Chet was switched up. Chet was switched on to him a lot on defense, but Chet was holding his own even on a rolled ankle.
Yeah.
Super impressive from Chet.
Rolled ankle twice in the same game, and he banged his shin right before that. OKC is now 6-0, coming off a loss in these playoffs, and they are the number 1 team all time. We're 18-2 off a loss this whole season. The best team after a loss ever. And before I go, because I'm going to have to go, but I just want to give a huge shout out to you guys and a huge shout out to Chet. Like Landon said, switching onto Halliburton, doing his best, rolling his ankle twice, saying, nah, I'm going to just get up and keep playing, because that shit hurts. It's going to hurt. It's going to be sore the rest of this series. And another shout out to Shea for his leadership, staying composed, didn't have his game tonight, and then all of a sudden he did. And we hit 3 threes as a team tonight. One of them was Shea in the clutch in the fourth quarter to bring the game to 1 point. So that's just my spiel. But I'll see you guys later. Thunder up. Hopefully I'm back to full health. And then whenever the next game is in a couple days. But enjoy, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah, get well, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. We'll be back here Monday post game live, of course.
Yes,
man, this is a hard fought victory. Go ahead, Jack.
Well, for me, we didn't play our game until the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Obviously, we were just, one from however many from 3. Just ISO every time down the floor, just falling for exactly what the Pacers wanted us to do. And then in the final 5 minutes, I think Chet sparked the run, or sparked the momentum, and we just took over from there. And we were playing like OKC, the team that we all love, the team we watch. And we weren't that for the first 3 quarters of the whole game, and it was so good to see. But Alex Caruso really held it down until that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel going into the next game, because we didn't play our best. Well, no, we played like shit this game, but we still won. But then it's about, if we can play how we know we can play, then it's over. But it's incredible that we won this game.
I think ESPN was even shocked at the minutes Kenrich Williams was getting in the fourth quarter, because they were like, valuable minutes here for Kenrich Williams. But he wasn't doing anything too flashy, like too crazy, just like the typical Kenrich Williams stuff. But he was like kind of the perfect connector piece, just keeping the ball moving, bringing the pressure on defense. So I don't mind what he did. I think that was actually a good decision by Mark Dagnall to play him.
Yeah, I actually like the addition of Kenrich. I noticed that, some of the younger guys weren't stepping up in this game. That's the main thing I noticed, was in a crucial clutch moment when we need guys to pretty much be calm and steady, you got to put the calm and steady guys in the game. And that's kind of the lineup that he went with Kenrich, Caruso, Lou Dort. These are all guys that have been in the playoffs, Shea, and obviously J-Dub and Chet last season. So it's like they kind of have been here, done that. So I feel like that was the right move from Mark, to go with the kind of guys that can live up for the moment. And I thought that was a well-needed change for this. But overall, Mark did a great job. He inserted some zone in this one. He tried a lot of different, experimentation type of looks to see what would work for the next game. I think the biggest change he made was J-Dub ball handling early in the first half. That really just freed up Shea for the second half. You didn't see him as tired as he was or as exhausted. And we need to keep that up. Different ball handlers need to take the responsibility. I think the next step for us is figuring out our assists, but assists don't come until we make some shots as well. So it's kind of hand in hand. If we can hit a couple more shots, we can get a couple more assists and, get that battle a little bit closer. And also the past 2 games, this Indiana defense is for real, man. They're turning us over. Last game, we had quite amount, I believe maybe 18 turnovers. This game, we're at 13 turnovers. Kind of ridiculous how this team is usually a non-turnover team. And I guess that's another reason where Shea's off of the primary ball handling. So I can understand, J-Dub getting a couple. But as they kind of, lean in with J-Dub, he'll get better at, protecting the rock. And I think we figured something out here tonight. So I'm happy about it. At least we came away with something, won a close game that honestly could have gone either way. And maybe even some Thunder fans feel like we didn't even deserve to win, but we won it in the clutch. And that's how Indiana probably feels about last game. Like they were more clutch than us in the moment that really mattered. So.
Oh, those passes were scaring me at the end, dude. We were making some careless passes. I was like, they're going to take some of those and take them to the rim and score. I was getting scared that they were going to close out the game strong and make it a close game with like 10 seconds left.
Yeah. But that was through the whole game. Our inbounding was terrible. So many turnovers off inbounds. So
I think we need to figure out, like, we need to designate whoever the best passer is on the court to realize like that person has to go. You can let the ball bounce a couple times. You can take your time, get to the referee, and then put your best inbounder in most situations that you can. I think, not having a secondary ball handler in most cases, not like someone that's a primary point guard, just like Shea is in this game for us. We didn't really play anyone else that their primary position is point guard, other than maybe Case and Wallace and Caruso if they're inbounding, but they've been horrible on inbounds. So maybe, having some more size. Like I don't mind when Hartenstein's out there if he can hit inbound because he's a great passer. I don't mind, honestly, if Chet can do the inbounds because he's a little bit taller. He can see over the defense. The problem is when you have Kaysen or even Caruso and they put Obi Toppin on the line to stop the inbounds, it's hard to see. Yeah, it's hard to see over like what the defense is, what type of full court press they're in, because there's a lot of different types of full court press that you can be in. So they switched it up a lot. And, honestly, hats off to this Indiana team. I predicted this for us to go, for us to win in 6. Obviously, now I'm predicting us to win in 7 with the way this series has gone up until this point. It's been a back and forth affair, man. Hats off to these guys. This is Indiana basketball and this is Thunder basketball. Small markets. This is the best and most beautiful type of basketball that we could honestly hope for as fans.
Yeah, I definitely underestimated how good a guy like Obi Toppin and Aaron Naismith, Matherin, I really underestimated how much those guys would step up to the plate in the finals. Especially Matherin last game, man, that was crazy. Like his one-on-one scoring, I didn't know he was that good one-on-one.
You didn't know about Matherin? I knew he's a great one-on-one scorer. He's been that in the regular season. He's their spark plug.
Yeah, I knew he had the ability, but I didn't think he would be able to do it against a defense like the Thunder's that's top tier.
I knew he would have one good game, but I think the thing that's biting us in the butt right now is that big shot that Halliburton hit in game 1 where we should have won that game, and that's coming back to haunt us a little bit. But now that we got this all tied up.
Man, would it be nice to be up 3-1 right now.
Yeah, man. Honestly, with the way this game went, I feel like it's all evened up. All the quarters are even. We can't say Thunder have won more quarters or, they've won more quarters. I feel like it's all evened up overall. They really controlled the most of this game. We controlled most of game 1, and I feel like that's the evening part. And then we blew them out in game 2, and then they outclushed us last game. So it's right there. It's tit for tat pretty much, man.
Feels like the whole series has been within 10 points. Like either we're trailing or we're up 10. Never really see their big lead. And as long as the Pacers are playing, 10 points is not much. Going.
I feel like the 1-1-1 to close out the series really works to our benefit because they have to come to Oklahoma City, back to Indiana, and then turn around if it was to go to a game 7 and come right back to Oklahoma City. That's tough.
It is tough, but I think the one benefit that they get is one, these games were kind of back and forth, and the style they want is us to get more tired. That's why we took 2 practices off before this game. Shea was way more rested. The team overall felt less flat than the last game. I felt like as soon as the game started, I was like, I don't think we're going to win this because the way that we came out and started off, and that's usually a telltale sign of, maybe fatigue or something like that. And all the guys seemed tired by the end of it. They were all up to their knees. This game, we didn't take any, practice time ahead of this. We just fully rested up, got as much sleep as possible, it felt like, and they were ready to rock this time around. So tough game, man. Do you guys want me to pull up some stats and look at
Go for it, yeah.
All right.
Why not?
I've been doing this on the other lives, but we can pull this up real quick. I was looking at this. So this is what I was talking about, where pretty much an even game overall. They shot a little bit better than us. That kept them in the game for the most part. Everything was even except for the assist battle. And that's been the case for 3 out of 4 games in this series. And the one game where we won the assist battle is the one game where we won by a wide margin. It's not about just making your shots. It's not just playing in isolation. And even in this game, we won in isolation. I really don't feel comfortable with that type of basketball. So I hope they fix that when they go home.
Totally agree.
Let's look at this real quick. What do you guys think about this down here? Points in the paint, second chance opportunities, fast break points.
Pretty shocked about the second chance opportunities, but then again, when you miss that many threes, it's pretty easy to get a second chance.
They had 14 less points in the paint than us, but I think 36 points in the paint is actually more points in the paint than they've been scoring usually. Yeah,
it's a little bit more, but 50 points in the paint. We've been winning the paint battle. I feel like that's where we need to continue to be aggressive. Continue. J-Dub, I feel like he has made that change since the Denver series after everyone got on him for his bad game. And since then, he's been living in the paint, man. We need that from him, Shea, and Chet. They can't settle. The 50 paint points is really what's keeping us in it. On top of that, second chance points. I thought, like I said, we didn't come out flat in this one. We got King Capers also joining us here. Welcome in, bro.
Hold on. Let me have the floor, fellas.
Hold up, bro.
Allow me to have the floor.
We're in the middle of this. Come on, man. Middle of analysis, man.
Go ahead, bro.
There we go. I know what you're going to say. Don't worry about it. Second chance points, 23. Fast break was even. Big and fourth quarter right here by Shea. I believe he scored 15. Say it again.
Oh, is that just leaders in each category?
Yeah, leaders in each category, leading players. So only 1 block from everyone, and then Tyrese led an assist. J-Dub was the only other guy with 3 assists, which is ridiculous. Aaron Nesmith had 9 rebounds. That was their best rebounder. Miles Turner did not show up on the boards. Chet beat him out on the boards this time around, and Pascal was their best other scorer with only 20 points. When we hold them under 20 overall, we can win games that way. And honestly, the big factor was honestly Shea, man. Shea just clutched it up at the end. He hit a big 3, hit the big free throws. We didn't even really have the largest lead in this game. They did. And we were the team that came back against them. So I thought that was
no, that 10-point lead was the 10-point lead was the biggest in the whole series.
Yep. Exactly.
Which is crazy. A 10-point lead being the biggest lead in a whole playoff series, a whole final series.
Well, just in this game.
For the Pacers.
For them.
Just for them, yeah. All right, so we got the stats out of the way. I'm gonna give King Capers the floor to say what he wants to say. Let's see what he got to say.
Was talking all that trash, fellas. Y'all wasn't in here, man. He said we're gonna lose the series. We're gonna lose the game. We're not beating them in Indiana.
I said if we no. I said if we play like this. I said if we play like this.
Jay and J-Dub stepped up, and outside of that, when they hunted Shea for the switch and Halliburton laid him up, after that, we clamped them. We look like how they had us looking in the last game.
That's what we should be doing. That's what we should be doing.
And all of their jump shots were barely grazing the rim. Barely grazing the rim. And then outside of that BS loose ball foul they called on Lou or whatever they called, they was missing the free throws. They couldn't do nothing.
You're right, man.
So here's my question. Now what? What's your outlook now?
We're winning in 7 instead of 6 games.
We're not beating them in Indiana?
There's no way.
No way. There's definitely a way.
There's 100% a way.
I think the reason I'm saying that is after this game, the way they played is it's been even overall on all the quarters. You weren't here earlier when I was saying that.
No, I wasn't here earlier.
It's pretty much evened out like in the series. Like we've been up for a lot of the quarters, and it feels like it's a very even series. Like it's there's not much dividing these teams. It's just whoever wants it more. And we wanted it more tonight. We came out clutch, and that's great. That's what we should be doing. We should be having the ball in Shea's hand in all the big moments. Because if anyone's shooting free throws outside of him, no. He needs to have the ball. He needs to make the big plays, the big threes, the big defensive, advantages that we have with him. He's a solid defender. Tyrese Halliburton isn't. We can hunt Tyrese. I feel like you weren't in here earlier either, but having J-Dub off ball, like as the primary ball handler, resting Shea off the ball, I feel like that was huge for us. I'm saying we found things out, but we need to continue to expand on them. We need to double down on the things that we found out in this game. And then also, at some point, to be honest, guys, Kaysen, Wiggins, maybe not Wiggins, he showed up for the one game, but all these guys need to show up, man. We can pull up the
I got my $1 million question for you, Xavier.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me pull up the
right.
box score real quick for us for the Thunder to make the point. The reason I'm saying, like, the 4 players that we needed to step up is Shea, Caruso, Chet, J-Dub, right? They showed up. If they continue to show up, yeah, we can win games. But honestly, even last game, we had 3 of them show up out of the 4, and we lost. So they all have to – I'm saying we have to play at our peak between them 4 to win games in Indiana, bro. And then on top of that, none of the bench are showing up on the road. 2 games in a row.
We expect it.
Wow.
I can expect that. But go ahead, Landon.
I didn't realize we had that many players. I didn't realize we had that many players with 4 fouls.
Yeah, it was a lot of fouling. It was a lot of fouling tonight.
But I was gonna ask Xavier, if we lose Game 5 in Oklahoma City, do you think we turn around and win Game 6 in Indiana?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm not gonna doubt this Thunder team, man.
That's a great question.
I'm not gonna after what I wanted to see us win in the clutch at least one time and have some sort of blueprint. We hadn't had a blueprint against this Indiana team. Once you figure them out, same thing against us. They had a blueprint of, tire us out, give it to Tally when Shea's tired, triple team Shea. And that didn't work because this time around we rested Shea. We figured that out. Now it's for them to counter and figure out, okay, like how can we slow him down even more? Or they really can't stop us from resting him. So it's like, as long as we keep it close and he's rested by the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter, I have us winning. Literally, if he's not exhausted by that time, we win all the games in the clutch, even in the regular season. That's why we won 68 games, because Shea played all the clutch minutes in the clutch games. And that's why leads got bigger in the third quarters, because he'd show up and, be ready to go. And he was ready to go tonight. So that's the blueprint for us. Have him off ball.
Game 5, they would be idiotic if they don't just pack the paint after seeing how bad we shot from 3 in this game. They're going to pack the paint until we prove we can make a 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start playing zone. I haven't seen much zone.
Yeah, and I was going to say that. They should have been playing zone from the jump. That's our weakness. And Landon's right. If we can't shoot, stop them from getting to the basket.
Yeah.
He's right.
What were you going to say, Jack?
Well, just on that, if they play zone at home, I have full confidence in our role players. They make big shots in front of the home crowd. We know they might disappear on the road, or like we're talking about with this box score, but at home, Lou Dort in the zone, he's 3-4 threes. Yeah. So they can play a zone. I'm confident our shooting is going to bounce back. But then I did have a point on, you were talking about how Wiggins, Case, and all these guys need to step up.
Yeah,
But
man, look at this.
Wait, how many did Lou shoot? Is that 100% I see from 3?
No,
he only shot 1.
He did.
I wouldn't
shoot
mind.
more.
I wouldn't mind him to shoot
wow.
more in the next game. Actually, I don't think.
But if
one's
you can
enough for
see,
him.
the only guys that really made 3-pointers right here is one from Lou Dort early on in the first quarter, I believe. Shea had that big three, and then Caruso had that big three, I believe, in the third quarter. And that was it. No one else really even made a three. It can only go up from here, Thunder fans. It can only go up from here. Our shooting percentage can't get worse. So
and something you guys didn't. Well, two things you guys didn't mention. OKC heading into this game was 0-7 on the road against the spread. They finally covered the spread by 1 point, and on Monday night we opened up as 10-point favorites at home. So there's that. Take that how you want to.
10 points.
10-point favorites at home.
Jack, you were going to say something. When we cut off
so
your
with Wiggins, obviously we know he had that 18-point game, which was incredible. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of Wiggins, so I'll make this point and I'll stand by it. But the next game, he gets 10 minutes and only gets 2 shots up. And then this game, he gets 8 minutes, all in the first half. He gets 3 shots up. We can't really be expecting these guys to be producing if we're not giving them the chance. Like, you can't go from 18 points to just 10 minutes on 2 shots. Like, I think Mark just doesn't have the faith in them that I do.
I agree with your point. I want to back that up by saying last game, I don't think it was this game. Last game, Joe came in for his quality minutes, hit 2 big threes, never saw the court again. Mm-hmm. He doesn't ride with his guys enough to even know whether they're going to be good enough. The one thing I said while I was on TikTok Live was the thing I was frustrated about was you had all season to experiment to know who you're going to play in the NBA Finals. All playoffs you experimented, and you don't know who you're going to go to. Like that, this is the moment where it's like, okay, now I'm going to throw Kenrich in here. It's like, no, man, you need to just believe in the group of guys that you want to believe in. I'd rather do that and you instill belief in them than sub in J Will for 2 minutes and then sub him out. Sub in Isaiah Joe for 4 minutes, sub him out. It gives them no confidence. Next game, next time they show up, they're not gonna be confident. It's true, man. I don't like that about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but it's been relevant the whole season where he does this, and it's been frustrating, but it's just expected at this point. But it wouldn't be a post-game review without me asking this question. Who do you guys want to see in the starting lineup next game?
Hartenstein.
Go back to the starting lineup that you had with Kason Wallace in it. That's what I like.
With Wallace?
Put him in and make a damn jump shot.
No.
You don't think?
After what I've seen, he's not stepping up.
I like Hartenstein off the bench. I mean,
he's not stepping up. He's not stepping up for the moment.
But like you said with the assist, if Hartenstein ain't getting the assist that he needs to, you can keep him off the bench and run Kason. Kason hit a shot.
Let me explain.
Or Isaiah Joe. Hold on. Or Isaiah Joe.
He's definitely not getting it.
I know he's not
starting.
No, I know he's
Caruso?
not.
Let me explain why.
Do a better job than
we need Caruso off the bench. Let me explain why Hartenstein needs to start. I figured it out. The reason he needs to start, for whatever reason in Mark's head, is he thinks the double big lineup together won't work in this. And this is the one series where I think having 2 bigs over 1, considering that we can get Miles Turner in foul trouble amongst getting rebounds, and both of those guys can do double screens with each other. Chet's more effective with Hartenstein on the roster. He's staggering them currently. If Hartenstein starts, he needs to ride with them together a little bit more. And we've seen Hartenstein play decent enough defense in the fourth quarter where I'm like, okay, we can work with that next game. We can work with that. If he's going to play that level of defense and be able to switch out to their guys, that's what, Mark's afraid of is Hartenstein's out there, guarding 3-point shooters. But honestly, we in the NBA Finals, in the playoffs, and in the NBA in general, you have to give up something to get something. And currently, we need ball security, playmaking, an extra playmaker, and the guy we can have that on the floor with outside of Shea and J-Dub is Hartenstein. So I think he needs to start. And honestly, from what I'm seeing from Kason, it's weak, it's soft, back-to-back games. I'm tired of it, man. If you're
Oh,
a primary ball handler and you can't get assists, you're not going to hit your threes, and you can barely play defense on TJ McConnell, see the bench. See the bench. Seriously.
Bold prediction.
Let's not forget he's a
guarantee the next
second-year
3
player,
games.
Xavier.
No,
Yeah,
but
right,
that's what I'm
Landon, like,
saying. That
No, but bro, bold
I'm a Thunder fan, but I'm saying this is the NBA Finals. We need to win, and we need to play the guys that want it the most.
I guarantee you he steps up in these next 2 to 3 games, bro.
I hope
me.
so.
Trust.
I hope so.
Big trust, bro.
He has not stepped up the past 2
He has
games
not.
in Indiana, man.
He has not.
Even at home,
I don't disagree.
has
He
not.
hasn't.
I'm not lying. I'm not saying trade him. I love him. I love the guy, man. He's great. He's a defensive ace,
No,
3-and-D
it's
guy.
not even. It's not
That's
even
not the
hate.
point.
We just think he's capable of more.
Yeah.
But-
I think he should be playing like my expectation of Kaysen from summer league when we drafted him he's always overachieved on all our expectations. Right now, he's really underachieving, man. That's the only point I'm making. Like, I expect way more playmaking, more ball security from him, better defense on some of the bench players that they have coming on the court. Like, I just need a little bit more from him, man. Just if we get a little bit more from Kaysen, a little bit more from any of the bench guys that come in, we should be blowing these guys out, right? If our 4 primary players, especially our core, J-Dub, Chet, and Shea, continue to show up, and I believe they will, but we can still lose to a team like Indiana because they're so deep. We never know where their scoring is going to come from. Next game, Aaron Nesmith could go for 20 points. We don't know that, but we should have that expectation out of Kaysen and Wiggins and other guys to match them so that we can win the games, right? Like, even if it's close, I'll take a close game where our bench is scoring right with them. But when we're getting outscored by 30 like last game, and we're putting up the performance, we just put up the stats earlier.
Man,
if we're doing that, we gotta rely on who we got stepping up, and that's Dort, Shea, Caruso, J-Dub, Hartenstein, Chet, and funnily enough, Kenny Hustle. He's calm. He's calm in the clutch. He's calm in general. He's experienced. He's a guy, like, he didn't look frazzled in the moment. When Kaysen came in, he didn't seem like he wanted to seize it, man.
Like I said, he's not going to do anything too flashy, but he's also not going to make mistakes. So
yeah, we need guys that are
Kenny
not making
wants to win,
mistakes. Yeah, Kenny wants to win. We need guys that want to win, want to be on the court, and want to seize the moment. That's what it came down to. We wanted to seize the moment. The guys that came onto the court,
they all want to win. That just doesn't mean they're going to make winning basketball plays.
I know, but you need guys that understand the moment. That's what I'm trying to get at. Understanding the moment. I think 2 or 3 seasons down the line, even next season, like, now that we're getting the experience for the guys in the NBA Finals, I don't believe that, like, Kaysen on any other lineup is a starting level guard. That's how much I believe in him. People would probably call me crazy for even saying that. So I believe in the guy, but when we're in this situation, it feels like we're lacking certain types of personnel. So you have to go to the go-to guys in the clutch, and we did that, and I feel like Mark has it figured out. So I have us winning in 7. We can even win in 6, of course. Let's see how the next game goes and see if there's any adjustments by the Pacers.
You said there's no way. You're backtracking now. Stand on business.
I think it's going 7, but that's just me. I respect the Indiana Pacers more than you guys.
I think we just have to.
Oh, wait. You didn't respect the Indiana Pacers. Last night you said they was trash.
I did. Because we won 68 games. We're the biggest favorite since the 04 Pistons, bro. Come on, bro. Like, that doesn't defeat the analysis that I said. Like, yeah, like we should be winning. Everyone had us winning. We've been blowing games, bro. We blew a game last game in the clutch. We blew game 1. That's what I'm talking about.
But this is what I'm saying. You said they was trash.
I'm giving them respect. They've shown me more. They showed out in last game. They beat us in the clutch. They showed out tonight too. Tonight was eye-opening for me. Like, watching the Pacers and how they played and how they controlled. I respected them from the jump. Hey, did you have us winning in 5? Because I had us winning in 6.
5.
Exactly. So who respects who more?
I didn't say they was trash, though. It's a difference. You said they was trash. I would never say that.
I'm saying trash relative to us, bro. relative to us.
Yeah.
We're the greatest team in basketball right
See
now.
what he was saying.
We have the MVP. We have 2 All-Stars. We have 2 All-NBA players.
I
That's
know.
the relativity.
No,
They
that's
don't
what
have
I
any
was
of that.
saying,
I mean,
though.
They have a mid-tier star in Tyrese Halliburton, and they have no one
I
else,
mean-
and they have a past champion in Pascal. The analysis still stands, bro.
Technically, we should
Regardless.
be heading into. Technically, we should be heading into Game 5 ready for a gentleman's sweep if it wasn't for that one shot in Game 1.
Man, I was this close to being right if we win tomorrow, Monday. I was that close, but we
We
just
were all that close, bro. We all thought differently, but this Pacers team, we're getting outclassed on the coaching side in terms of in-game adjustments, game-to-game adjustments. Overall, like I know it's Mark's first final series, so he'll get better over time. But for the moment, same as Kaysen, we're getting outclassed on that front, and we're figuring it out. Though Mark's figuring some stuff out. I like it, man. I have hope. We'll still win in 7, though.
Yeah. We just have to take it game by game, though. We can't be like, oh, we could have won game 1, or oh, we're going to win game 6, 7.
Yeah.
Next game. It's just one game
It's
at a
too
time.
close. It's too close.
Yeah. Man, but watching
All
these
right,
games is so hard as a Thunder fan.
It is. It's tough.
Until the final buzzer goes.
Yeah, we can't count these Pacers out. Let's start from the top of the comments real quick, unless you guys have any other key points or anything you want to mention before we get into the comments.
Nah, I would like to get into them.
All right, let's go
There was
ahead.
one
So-
thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to say the statement, that's all. Miles Turner is not made for the big stage. The lights are way too bright for that guy. You just see it in the way he walks, the way he moves. He doesn't want it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm surprised they
yeah.
kept him out there for as long. 'Cause as soon as he entered the bench, they played a lot better. I think that should be their adjustment in the clutch.
Oh,
They
I
should
forgot
have
to
him
say, no Thomas Bryant in this game. Carlisle finally learned his lesson.
out. Yeah,
Even
no
negative when he's
Thomas
not
Bryant
good.
in the clutch last game either. So yeah, that guy cannot see the floor. But let's go ahead and get to the comments. Let's get it, man. Hotspot Casino, a regular here. So did some research, fellas. No player wearing number 0 has never won an NBA Finals or ever won the
So
NBA
that would be
Finals.
Halliburton. That would be like
Okay.
Halliburton, Lillard, Westbrook,
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert
Interesting.
Arenas.
Nice. That's a great stat. I appreciate that. Immaculate recovery at the end there. Yeah, man. Honestly, we needed everything we got from our 4 guys that we can really rely on, and we got to ride them till the wheels fall off for the next, 2 to 3 games that we got. So I'm excited, man.
Is Jason Tatum not a number 0?
Ah,
There you go.
Oh,
good
broken
point.
stat.
Nice. Broke the stat there. Steve said,
Maybe
let's go.
maybe it was before this. No, there's no way.
Hey, Steve, my hand hurts. My head hurts. Trust me, bro. I feel like I'm in the game right now. Best fourth quarter we've all played. Let's go, man. That was the best. No, it's right up there with the Denver series. We closed out a lot of games in that one too. Never say
Oh, that was
Caruso
about
like
me.
that ever again.
That was about me. I got shade on that.
My bad. I'll try to read ahead a little bit. Great game from Jack. These Chet came up big down the stretch. Huge on the defensive end. He was huge. I mean, playing through knick-knack injuries. I mean, just the amount of rebounds, outclassing Miles Turner. That's what we need from him game to game.
And
If
he
we can do
turned
that-
it up in those last 5 minutes.
Yeah, great defense, moving his feet. That's where he has to be in. Dude, I cannot believe he wasn't in the lineup in the game 1. I cannot believe it, man. Anyways, not gonna lie. Yeah,
Especially at the end of the game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Slob
I was
wicket,
gonna-
man.
Very, very end.
yeah. I was gonna actually mention this when we were talking about the inbound passing, but I knew someone in the comments would mention Giddey's inbound passing. So thank you for that. Dub was hitting from the line. Yeah, we need Dub and Shea. Those are the 2 guys I want going to the free throw line, or Caruso. No one else should be shooting clutch free throws from if we're doing inbounds, those are the only 3 guys I want touching the ball in those moments.
We did a good job getting it to Shea when they were fouling us.
Yeah, I thought that was the key reason we really won this, and We didn't really win the last game because we didn't get Shea the ball enough in the fourth quarter. We made that adjustment this time around. I expect Wiggins to get hot in game 5. Yeah, at home, I trust guys like Wiggins and Kaysen and Dort. It's just on the road. It's hard to trust these guys, man. And
I don't know
that's
if it'll be
okay. That's
Wiggins.
okay.
Someone will
okay.
show up off the bench, though.
Yeah, I'd love to see some J. Will just to switch it up, get some offense flowing, man. We need some offensive engines in the game, and I feel like J. Will is another guy that can do that. OKC Arena is about to be electric. Game 2 was loud, louder than game 1. Game 5 is going to be the loudest the Thunder Arena is ever going to be since the start of, I guess OKC being here, man. It can't get any louder. Yeah, literally. Love that. Hotspots Casino. Dagnall needs to play J-Will. I was just saying that. I didn't see that comment. That's what I'm saying, man.
I don't know about need, but I wouldn't mind some spot.
We got Indie Sports Fan that was in here earlier. To game 5 we go. Let's get it, boys. This has been an epic series. Neither team had much separation. That's what I'm saying. There's not much separating both of these teams. It's literally who wants this NBA Finals. It's not coming down to X's and O's. Screw the analytics. Screw the advanced stats. We can analyze based on that. But realistically, when you're in the game, those things go out the window. You got to get it. Got to get to every off ball. Got to make your shots. Got to play defense. And that's what we did. We locked in. And that's what the Pacers did. So this is a tit for tat series. Also, I appreciate, Indy fans, 90% of them have been amazing compared to some other series earlier down the line. So really hats off to you guys.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. We appreciate ball knowers. You guys know your team really well. I had a huge fan of the Indiana Pacers in my TikTok live earlier, and he was amazing analysis. Bradley Weirich said SGA 14th 30-point game in the playoffs and his third of 34 or more points in the finals. Come on, man. Put some respect on the MVP. One of the greatest scorers to ever grace the basketball court. No way, man. This man just got 35 points in the clutch. Love that from him. I Bleed Orange said Shea stepped up. You couldn't afford to go down 3-1. That's our MVP. That's our guy right there, man. He really stepped up for us.
No, he's talking about the spread.
Yeah. 10 points is disrespectful. I agree. There's no way that the spread can be that much. Indie Sports Fan back in here, regardless of how the series turned out. I'm glad it came down to us two teams. I love the way that you guys are built in OKC and what y'all are set up for the future. I feel like, man, we can talk about it, but I feel like we can see the Pacers and Thunder in more finals games, more opportunities. So, okay, I got you guys. So, I think those are pretty good comments here. Let's see if there's any others that we want to go to. I think those are pretty good, man. It's been great. I appreciate all the comments from all the regulars in here. This was fun. This was a fun game. I feel like the people that are benefiting most is everyone sitting at home. Beautiful series, beautiful basketball. We don't have to regard the referees or ESPN's analysis of the game. Just from a pure basketball standpoint, this is the best hoops, in my opinion, since back in the day when LeBron and Steph played.
They tried to tell us it's going to be the least entertaining finals of the 2000s.
This is very entertaining, bro.
Yeah, we knew that you were casuals, though. Real ones know that was some bullshit. Just like, oh, my team didn't make the finals. Finals is boring now.
Yeah, specifically Lakers fans and probably Boston Celtics fans after they got knocked out, whatever. So, and obviously ESPN cares about their numbers, so they hope the Knicks would make it this far or whatever. But we're having a beautiful series between two small market teams. Appreciate all the comments from you guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you guys are watching right now. We're live after every post game on Bring the Thunder podcast. We're also on Instagram. If you guys ever want to come up here, chat with us for after the game, we'd love to have some of you guys just DM us on Instagram. You guys have any closing statements or questions? I know Capers always has some good ones. We don't want to let's stop looking too far into the series. Let's take it game by game, like Jack said. Let's stick to that, man. We don't need to worry about what would happen in the offseason right now. We're in the NBA Finals. Let's enjoy it. let's look at a little bit of what do you guys think about game 5? Are we winning that at home?
The spread
One by
will be
one.
covered. The
Okay.
10-point spread is right. We're about to blow them out. I think they blew their chance. In my opinion, I think they blew their chance at winning the NBA Finals. I'm serious. I know you said don't look too far ahead. I don't see them getting another game, bro. I think they had to go up 3-1.
All right, that's your opinion.
That's just me.
That's fine. Jack, what do you think, man? Game number 5.
I think everyone should wait until we drop our game preview and watch it then.
That'll be great. We'll give a lot of analysis and have some time to think about this game and rewatch the game and everything like that. Landon, any ideas for game 5?
Thunder win, but I need more time to think about it score wise. I don't really know what brand of Thunder basketball we're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the toughest part. I think we figured a lot of things out that I mentioned early. It's just whether we can duplicate them, extend them further. I feel like we figured a lot out, man. We figured out that we can rest Shea more. We can play off ball with him, have other primary ball handlers, and we just need a little bit more offense from somewhere. And we got a game plan towards that. And obviously we can talk about that in the preview, where that other offense is going to come from. Because to be honest, guys, yeah, we're the top rated defense in the past since the 96 Bulls or whatever. But honestly, that does not matter against the Pacers team right now. They're scoring pretty much practically at will against us quarter by quarter. And when it comes down to that, you need to have offense to match them. So I'm expecting that type of adjustment when I'm looking at game 5. Whether we win or lose, I think that's what it's going to come down to, is those key role players for us. Just an extra 10 points, even in this game, we win pretty convincingly, especially at home. If we can get 15 points from like a Aaron Wiggins by himself, or J. Will comes in and hits, 3 threes, those are the types of swings that I'm talking about. That can just swing this series the way we need it to. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it off here. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back live on Monday. Thank you so much. Peace out.